I wouldn't be able to tell you who's the most popular in America. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Hello and welcome to Enfys Tarot. I am here for a free live reading. I see someone is in the room waiting. If you have a question, please go ahead and pop it in the chat box and I'll be happy to get it answered for you. I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. Hey Parks, how you doing? It's good to see you. You're the first one here. What can I get answered for you tonight? Oh, I'm doing well. I'm glad you're good. Have you had a busy week? Oh, I'm sorry you've been sick. And school is just beginning. It's got to be really hard to miss that first week. Are you starting to feel any better? Oh, it's your fourth week in. Oh my gosh. So you guys are really like buckling down. You're already way in it. So anything you miss is going to be kind of a lot to make up for. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Have you been to the doctor? Or are you just waiting it out? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do the same thing. Well, I hope you get better soon. It's such a beautiful time of year. Got to get some fresh air. Sometimes that helps. So, what can I get answered for you today? What's on your mind? Yeah, absolutely. General reading, we can do that. All right, let's see. You've got a lot of shuffling tonight, Parks. Someone is thinking about you romantically. I don't know who it is, but someone has you on their mind. I can feel that coming through. Okay, let's see. And there's someone worried about you. Okay, so if you haven't already started, This is the card that is asking you to let go of some of your negative beliefs that are making you feel trapped. For some reason, this card has been coming up almost every day in the community readings, and they're coming up. It's coming up a lot with the one-on-ones that I've been reading for different people. I don't know if it's because it's Virgo season, and when Virgo is with us, we tend to really have some harsher judgments about ourselves and others. And sometimes those judgments can stand in the way instead of help us to clear things out. So right now you're being asked to remove that blindfold and maybe get a new perspective. Open up your mind a little bit to the possibility that what you believe, even if you've always believed it, it might not be necessarily true, and it could be what's holding you back from something that's important to you. That's the first card that's coming your way. And it's important that you do that because the Page of Pentacles is coming in next. There's going to be an opportunity for you to learn something new. Something's going to inspire you, and you're going to feel really curious about it. And it's going to be an opportunity for you to learn something that you may become fairly passionate about. So keep your eyes open for potential opportunities. And if there's something that interests you that you think that like maybe you want to try it out, but you're nervous or scared or apprehensive, let that go. All right. Don't do anything. Don't let any thoughts stop you from learning this new thing or going to check it out. This could be anything. This could be a new hobby. It could be a new course of study. It could be a new person. It could be absolutely anything. So keep your eyes peeled and go for it. If you get a nudge and your intuition says yes, listen to that intuition and just go for it. It's going to help your whole being sort of balance out. It's going to allow you to get more centered. You're going to learn things about who you are. It's going to allow you to clear some space and be more connected to universal love and spirit. And it's going to really help you to grow in a way that you weren't expecting. Sometimes when temperance comes in, it not just sometimes, it often means that you are in a place where you feel really comfortable about who you are, and you allow that strong inner being to be yourself in all different situations. And so there's something coming your way that's going to inspire you. And if you pursue that, you're going to find some balance in your life. You're going to learn more about yourself, and it's going to help you holistically become who you're intended to be. Don't overthink it, and don't let people might judge you. Okay, when the Queen of Swords comes in reverse, it denotes a sharp tongue, and sometimes someone who is unkind, someone who speaks cruelly. They pick out the worst in a situation and attack that. So if you're doing that to yourself right now, you got to let that go. You got to stop doing that. And if anybody else comes in your life and they give you a hard time and they make you feel bad about whatever this is, don't listen to them. Ultimately, this is your last card tonight. This is the Magician card. And this card means that you have absolutely everything you need to manifest your desires right now. You have what you need to bring forth your intentions and what you want to create and who you want to be. And this is you. You've got all four elements working in your favor. Your heart is open. And you see you're in this posture where you are connected to source and you're grounded. This is a great card to get for the reading that you got tonight. I mean, this is really extremely encouraging and asking you to really follow what inspires you. So I'm glad you stopped in tonight. That's a really positive reading. And you definitely have some spirit guides on your side rooting for you right now. So thank you, Parks. And I hope I see you again. And get better. Get better. Thank you. And Iman, hi, how are you? You want to know about Gregory's current feelings for you. Yes, we can find out. And I see Chill 92, Anna Flipa. Hi, guys. I'm glad you're here. Iman, let's find out what Gregory is currently feeling for you. Give these a good shuffle here. All right, Iman. Okay, it's looking like it's a no-go with Gregory. There's a block. This card could mean one of two things. It could either mean that Gregory is not thinking about you right now, or any thoughts that he's having are not what you want, or I'm getting a thumbs down because Gregory's higher self is blocking me from getting third-party information here, which does happen. Off game, like the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is someone who's feeling a lack of confidence. If this is Gregory, he is not confident in moving forward with anything toward you right now. That may be why you're getting the Ace of Wands in the reverse position. He might just not be feeling very confident, and he's waiting. Okay, so we are getting a Gregory reading here. This is not just telling me that we're not able to tap in. So Gregory might very well be thinking about you, but not in the way that you hope, because right now he's feeling really insecure. That's why the Queen of Wands is in reverse, and he's sort of resting. He's waiting things out. This could also indicate, I don't know if Gregory is trying to break free from another relationship, but the Queen of Wands in reverse could also be another woman, someone who is, or another man. It could be, the Queen of Wands isn't necessarily a woman. It could be a man with feminine energy, but it's someone who maybe he's trying to break off a relationship with, and he's trying to lean into his intuition and listen to feminine guidance, which is really, really good. He needs to be doing that right now. He's not sure about what he wants. I don't know if there's another woman or if he's just feeling a lack of confidence. That much I don't know. But it's one of those two things. And right now he's resting, he's waiting it out, and he's trying to listen to his intuition. He's not sure what he wants to do. He's confused about what he actually values. He's confused about where he stands. He does not know where he stands. And yeah, he's got to break free from some chains. There's some chains of bondage here. The Devil in reverse can very well be a bad relationship. It can be a codependent relationship. Okay, you say, yes, he's going through a little dry spell, and he's going through a thing with his past fiance. She broke him. Okay, so that's exactly what's going on. That makes a lot of sense given these cards. Okay, so in this case, this is the past fiance, and also he could be feeling extremely fragile and insecure, just not confident. He's off his game. He needs to take a rest right now. He needs to follow his intuition at the moment. It's probably not time for him to pursue another relationship right now. he may very well be thinking about you, but in a way right now where he's not sure where to hold you in his heart yet. He's probably thinking more about what he needs at the moment for his own personal growth. And he is working to try and break free from this bondage. This relationship took it out of him. The devil is not a light card. The devil is a harsh card, and it comes with severe consequence. When it's in the upright position, it means that someone is involved in really unhealthy attachments. When it's in reverse, it means someone is either going through currently or about to be breaking away from those unhealthy attachments. And that is one of the hardest things for people to have to do. It's extremely painful. But he is leaning on a good deal of inner strength, and this situation for him is going to help him grow, and he will become stronger. And at some point, he will be ready for another good relationship. And honestly, it could be you. I don't see why you would get this card in your reading if it didn't mean something promising for the two of you in the future. So I really strongly urge for you to give him that space he needs right now. Let him know you're there for him, right? Reach out, be there for him, but give him the space. Try not to have any kind of expectation at the moment. Let him work through this. Okay? You're so welcome. I'm glad you checked in. Boy, what a roller coaster he's going through. You really got a lot of information from that reading, and clearly his higher self wants you to know that. It's going to be helpful for both of you if you know that information. So thanks for asking. All right. Who is up next? Let me just scroll up a little bit to make sure that I'm staying. Okay, Cheel 92. All right, how are you? I'm doing well. I hope yes, I hope you're well too. May I ask, David feeling thought and energy toward you? Yes, absolutely. Let me find out. All right, so Cheel and David. While I'm shuffling here, I'm curious to know if anyone who is joining us this evening actually listened to the community reading this morning, because that was really harsh, that community reading. And I'm wondering if anyone saw that and if that's why you're here tonight. So if you did watch this morning's community reading and you're here for a follow-up on that, can you just like put a little thumbs up or something in the comments section so that I know, because that was a lot to take in. That was a lot for a Friday morning. And I want to make sure that if anyone is feeling down about it or unsure about it or has questions, that they get addressed tonight as well. And don't worry, Cheel 92. I'm just shuffling these cards until I'm told to stop shuffling these cards for you. Sometimes that takes a few minutes. I'm getting a really strong vibe of like serious, almost stern or solemn, kind of stoic, masculine energy with this reading. I don't know if that's David or if there's someone else like who's involved in this or has any kind of influence, but there's some like real stoic, sort of like stern masculine energy coming through with this one. Let me check to see if that's David's higher self refusing to share information. That could be why this shuffle is taking so long. All right, let's try. Let's try something. We're not sure yet. There's definitely a lack of willingness to start something. The Page of Cups in reverse usually represents kind of fear or apprehension about meeting someone new, learning about someone new, getting involved in new friendships or relationships. There's some apprehension here, okay? And let me see. Oh, gosh. Okay, so this is interesting. I don't know if you saw the last reading tonight, but some of these cards were in there. Not this one. This is the Five of Cups. Okay, this is the disappointment card. It would appear that Gregory is incredibly disappointed. I don't know if that's disappointed in you or disappointed in himself or disappointed in something else that is interfering with his willingness to have something more with you. I'm not really sure, but there's definitely disappointment here. And that is probably why I'm getting such a strong, like negative, sort of masculine, stoic, wall up kind of energy. There's this card coming in the upright position, the Seven of Pentacles. Now, this was in reverse in the last spread. When it's in the upright position, it means that they're really taking stock. They're really thinking hard about what they have, how they got there, what they want to do next. This is a time of getting ready to do something, but not quite there yet. Okay. And then you've got the Queen of Wands in the upright position. So there is some passion here. There is some feminine energy here, some charisma, some confidence. This individual is not lacking confidence. They just are trying to get their ducks in a row before they make a decision. Does that make sense? And when they do, things are going to move very, very quickly. So I guess part of the message that you need to hear tonight is once David decides what he wants to do, whether it's something that you're hoping for or not, things are going to move very, very quickly. And it's going to potentially just be over, just be out of your life. I'm kind of getting that sense. Yeah, it's not looking good for the two of you. This is not going to have the result that you're hoping for. So be prepared for that. Okay, I'm sorry to be the one to send you this message, but you do need to be prepared for that. It's better not to be clinging on to any kind of hope right now because it's not looking good. And you need to know that. So I wish I had better news for you, but I do not. That's your reading tonight. I think it's going to stay that way. I don't think you're going to have any real good, deep communication anytime soon. I'm really getting some very strong sort of wall up energy coming from that direction. And it might be best for you to start looking in another direction, maybe inward. It might be a good time for you to send yourself some self-love and healing. It might be a good time for that. It appears that's what he's trying to do right now. And it's probably good if you're doing the same thing. You probably are going to need it given that 10 of Swords there. That's painful. That 10 of Swords card that you got is pretty painful. Thank you for checking in tonight. I hope that although the news wasn't good, it helps you. And try and have a great weekend, okay? Let's see who's next up. Yeah, I know. It's painful. All right. Let's see. Anna, let's see. You're single. What will your love life be like? Let's find out. Are you still here? I think you're probably still here. I see a number of people in the waiting room, so I'm thinking you're probably still here. Anna, I'm going to read your cards now. You're single. What will your love life be like? And I'm going to be specific. What will your love life be like in the near future? Because, I mean, we could get a whole slew of different things if we're talking about the rest of your life, right? Let's see. That's it. Okay. Okay, so in the very near future, you are going to be, first of all, you got 6 cards for this, okay? The first card you have is the Hierophant in reverse. This card can mean that it's time for you to move to the beat of your own drum. This could be a rejection of institutions. This could be a rejection of dogma. This could be a rejection of conformity. So that's something that you should consider on a personal level, is that your love life may not be what society deems traditional. All right. And it's needed, though, in order for you to be tempered out a bit. There's temperance here coming in the upright position. You may not be the right candidate for a traditional style, quote unquote, traditional love life. You might want to consider that things could look differently for you. And it's not going to be without challenges. You've got, I don't have my glasses on. You've got the 7 of Wands in reverse. You're gonna have some pitfalls. You're gonna have some stumbling blocks. This is not going to be an easy road for you, I'm sorry to say. Now, it is going to result in an opportunity. You've got the Ace of Swords coming in the upright position. This is typically not a card that we see in a romance type reading, but we're also very clear that you are not a typical romantic, that you're going to have something different coming your way. This could mean a number of things, but ultimately you're going to find the truth about yourself and about who you need to be, and your thoughts are going to be incredibly clear. You're going to have a great deal of clarity about whatever it is you need to know in terms of yourself and your love life. You're going to have to break free from conformity first, and you're going to have to deal with the challenges and pitfalls of that. But it's going to lead you to what you need to know. And when you get there, just keep giving yourself love. Okay. This is not going to be an easy road for you. This Empress in the reverse position can indicate that you're not maybe a suitable partner in the traditional sense for many, but it's not because there's anything wrong. It's because there are a few people out there looking for you. And they need you to be available when your paths cross. I hope that makes sense. The next card you have here is the Strength card. And I want you to pay close attention to the fact that her halo is infinity. That means this is like your spiritual path. This is part of your hero journey. This difficulty with the love life situation. You got to be ready to really look outside the box and see exactly who you need to be looking for and who you want to be in a relationship. Let me see if there's another card here. Okay, the King of Wands. Okay, maybe this has thrown you off of your game a little bit, but ultimately you're getting the Ace of Pentacles. This is a huge opportunity for you. It's not going to be without difficulty or challenge, but there's an opportunity that's going to be presenting itself, and you've got to be willing to shed your ideas of, like, totally get rid of your ideas of conformity, totally get rid of your ideas of institutions. It could mean that maybe you've been looking for marriage all this time when really who you need is someone you can be a partner with. You can live together and not have, kids and be married, or maybe you want kids but without marriage, or I don't know what it is, but you don't need conformity. You need to move to the beat of your own drum, and that is where you're going to find success in your relationships. Okay, does that make any sense to you? Okay. All right. So that could very well be the nonconformity, the breaking up of an institution. It's and that could be how you find your temperance. It's probably the best thing you could have done, to be honest. Keep pushing through these challenges. I understand the dating scene is not much fun right now. But you're going to find you've got two aces. You've got the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. These are two opportunities, two new beginning cards, and they are going to be what you want to be looking out for. When you feel your heartstrings being pulled and you feel like you are listening to your intuition on something, that's when you want to strike. That's when you want to move forward. Up until then, just know that it might be a little bit of bumpy road. Okay. I appreciate you coming in today and asking that. I hope that it helps. All right, let's see who's up next. All right, Morgan Bramucci, how are you today? Are you still here? What can I have answered for you? And let's see, while you're thinking, while you're checking back in, I just want to read through here. Come on, I'm going to dry spell. Okay, Stone Ladder, you're here. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Let's see who else is here. Anna's here. Hi, Anna. You're going to be up next after Morgana. All right. And then we've got Moto Samurai. And let's see. All right. So we've got Morgan. We've got Anna. And then we've got Moto Samurai. That'll be, and Stone Ladder. All right. Let's see. Hi. Okay, Morgan, you're still here. Okay. And Sweet Tooth, yes, I see. Sweet Tooth girl, thank you. I see you, and I'll make sure that I get to your question tonight. Maybe just a general reading, please. I have a lot going on, which is starting to affect my mood and anxiety levels. Am I on the right track with how I'm handling it? Okay, let's find out. Okay, you might want to find your team. Okay, this Three of Pentacles card, when it's upright, is talking about a good teamwork, people all working together for a common goal. Okay, good, strong communication. Everybody wants to do their part. When it's in the reverse position, it means you need to strengthen your team. You need to lead your team right now. So there has to be a conversation to get everyone on the same page. Okay. Make sure you take some time in the very near future to really think about the people you want to be helping you. It's a good time. If you've got a lot going on, it's a really good time to be asking for help. If this card is in reverse, it can mean that you're not being vocal about asking for help. You need a team right now. So that's really important. Lean heavily on your family. This is the 10 of Pentacles in the upright position. This is strong, abundant family. Lean on your family. They want to be there. And remember, you're getting there anyway. Okay? You're already on track. You're doing what it is you are setting out to do. Don't be afraid to be a little bit vulnerable. Don't be too attached to your thoughts. The more thoughts you become attached to, the more worrisome you are, the rockier this road is going to be. If you can let the anxieties go by leaning on people and letting them take control a little bit, then you're going to find that the path from where you are to where you're going is going to be much smoother. So let go of some of those thoughts that are getting in the way of asking for help. Let go of some of those thoughts that are getting in the way of connecting with people, and let go of some of those thoughts that are making you attached to the sort of the control of the situation. Okay, that you've got some real strong thoughts and belief systems that might be stopping you from getting what you need. And this card is about equal distribution. So make sure you're delegating. Okay. This is really good. And make sure you're watching out for where you're spending your money. Okay. Don't get yourself in a financial hole right now. Don't make any just be careful with your money. Just make sure your money is going to where you need it to be going to, you know, divvying it out accordingly. And the things that you're doing now are going to have a great impact on your whole world, your whole life. Okay. Right now, your life feels like it's upside down. Probably is. It sounds like it is. And that's okay. You still have the four elements surrounding you, protecting you. This is a cycle. This is a period of time that will come to an end. And when it comes to an end, you will have realized what it is that you set out to do. Okay. And it will be life changing. It will be amazing. So keep that in mind. Keep your hopes up. Okay. And the Knight of Pentacles coming in reverse means that another thing you want to watch out for is overdoing it or underdoing it. Okay. You need to get on a system of slow and steady wins the race. You may be right now like bouncing back and forth between cramming a whole lot in and then being exhausted and having no energy to do anything for a period of time, and then cramming everything in and then going through that cycle. You want to try and use this time right now to begin practicing step by step, incremental progress. Okay. Just little bits every day with everything that you're focused on. So try not to block things off into whole huge chunks of time for one thing, because then when you step into the next thing, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, there's so much of this, and I got to do it all right now so that I can do the other stuff the next day. Try to move away from that kind of pattern. Try doing little bits of everything every day as much as you can, just little bite-sized pieces. Okay. And don't lose your passion. You've got the Knight of Wands. Don't forget that this is all what you want. Okay. Keep your passion moving forward with this. Keep your heart in it. Let it bring you joy. Okay. Find the joy in all of this. This is a part of your life right now. And as with any other part of your life, no matter how challenging it can be, it's still a part of your life. It's yours right now, and it's never coming back. This is it. This is the only chance you have to experience what's occurring right now is right now. So remember to enjoy it, love it, have fun with this, and be full of gratitude. Let gratitude be the overwhelming, overreaching factor in all of this. Okay? So I hope that helps. Does that all make sense? Okay, great. All right. I'm glad that helped. I'm glad that I could be here to share that with you. And I'm so glad that you checked in today. Okay, good. Stay with it. Keep loving it. Little bits every day. Reach out to your people. There are people that want to help you. Let them do it. All right, let me go back. Okay, I see some more people popping in. That's wonderful. I cannot wait to talk to all of you guys. Let's see who is after. Morgan was Stone Ladder. Stone Ladder, how are you tonight? We got Stone Ladder, and then we're going to do Ana Lopez after Stone Ladder. I'm going to scroll back down here. Stone Ladder, let me know what you'd like to hear this evening. Oh, I will, Morgan Bramucci. Thank you. They've got the message. Oh, you're just watching. Okay. Well, I'm glad to have you here. You're welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, Ana Lopez. Let me scroll back up here. Okay, let's see. I'm about to, but have a feeling I know I am one that might be here for a follow-up. Not 100% sure. Okay. All right. I'm getting this feeling of a major crossroads tower for the collective, honestly. Okay. I'm going to put my question in now because my aunt needs my help moving something big. But basically, I'm wondering if someone I love, who I know I cannot have a relationship with, at least right now, as he is, but everything is pointing that way. Will he change and actually fulfill the potential I think he intuitively has? I know that's a lot, but yeah. All right, so let me make sure I'm making sense of that question. All right, so here's the thing, Anna, and you might not be in here right now, but I'm going to answer the question for you so that you can come back to it when you return. It sounds like a two-part question. One part is let me reread that to make sure that I'm clear. Okay, so one part is you might feel like this is a bit of a twin flame sort of situation. If you keep coming back, like your heart keeps getting pulled toward each other, it might be sort of a twin flame situation. And the other part of this is, will he fulfill his potential that you see in him? These are not necessarily connected in the way that could be assumed. They might be two different questions. So I'm going to just try and rest on your question. And I'm going to ask it like this. Will you both fulfill your highest potential together? And you can absolutely, if that's, since I don't know that you're in here, since I don't think you're in here, if that is not the question that you need answered, just shoot me a message. I know that you and I have ways of communicating outside of YouTube. You can send me a message on Facebook, and let me know what question. If this is not the right question, let me know how I can rephrase it, and I will redo it for you. But right now, I'm going to ask: are the two of you going to reach your highest potential together? Are each of you going to reach your highest potential together? No, it's just, is he going to? Just, is he going to? I'm getting messages here. So we're not going to focus on your potential right now. We're just going to focus on his. Is he going to reach his highest potential, and will that result in the two of you being together? That's the question. Yeah, maybe, but it's going to be a messy road. Okay. I'm definitely seeing twin flame energy here. The moon is full of feminine wisdom and ancestral guidance, and intuition. And I'm not going to drone on. As much as I love to talk about this card, just understand that these are two opposing forces that are never equal at the same time. There is a back and forth with this card. And ultimately, it does result in temperance. It results in balance, but it's the balance of chaos. Okay. It's a controlled chaos, and it's messy. There's no straight line forward. So, yeah, I think you guys might be twin flames. I think you guys maybe need to be in each other's lives one way or another. And it might not be all the time. And right now it's totally not balanced. And maybe neither of you ever feel balanced by the other person. That's another message I'm getting with this one. Maybe the two of you are twin flames because you're sort of the counterpart. You love each other and you feel drawn to each other, but then for some reason, you repel against each other at some point. It's sort of strange. Not strange. That actually happens a lot. That happens all the time. But for the people who are going through it, it feels very strange. The Queen of Wands is coming in next. You need to stand firm in your self-power as an individual. Whatever happens with this person who clearly you care about deeply, do not let them change who you have become and you are becoming. Okay. This is a big deal. This is a big thing for you right now. And you need to hear that. You need to keep on leaning into your feminine guidance, standing firm in yourself. I really think that's important, considering the Temperance card was in reverse before this one. Okay. There's a chance this guy, because of how you feel, could knock you off balance. And we don't want that. You need to stay here. You're on a trajectory right now. And that's important. Stand with that brilliance. Stand with this, look at the way she's holding her wand. Look at the way she's firmly planted on this massive stone structure. Look at the height of her throne, the color of yellow with joy and life and brilliance. This is a person who was put here to shine. And you got to keep on listening to that small, still voice inside you. Okay. Let that keep leading you. It's important. And allow this other person to continue taking stock. Okay. Let this other person continue growth in a different way. He's got a different time. His timing is different from yours. Right now, he needs to be assessing his situation, and I think he needs to do that with the assumption that you're not going to be a part of that. You know, he can't pull you into his assessments of what he has, what he's gained. He can't lean on you for that. And he needs to rest here. He really does right now. He really needs to take a look at himself and rest there. He's not ready for a whole lot of growth yet. You've got the King of Cups in reverse. That's a big indicating factor of emotional immaturity. So there's some growing up that he has to do. Yeah, and the very next card is the Four of Cups in reverse, which is someone who's really living in the past. They've got to grow up. They've got some maturing to do. Okay. He's not in a place right now where he will be bringing forth his highest potential. Now, maybe in the future, he will get there, and it's probably going to be through his intellect. If he's getting the King of Swords moving forward, he needs this time right now to understand that he has to lean on himself. He needs to become self-sufficient, self-confident. He needs to get his feet under him. He cannot be relying on anyone else because that is going to hinder his growth. That's really important. He's Knight of Swords energy. That means he's got a really sharp mind, and that's where he's headed. He is going to reach that potential. He just has to be in that position. You know, he's going to have to find himself in the position where he has no other choice, and he needs to rely on himself. So, oh, good. Okay. I'm glad that resonates 1,000%. And definitely, if I did not answer the question that you were asking, just send me a message and I will be happy to answer it for you correctly, through that avenue after the live stream. Thanks for coming in tonight, though. It's always good to see you here. All right. Let's see who's up next. So let's see, we had Stone Ladder. Moto Samurai. Hello, Moto Samurai. Are you still here? You will be the next person to have a question answered. And then we will go to Tasha. Hi, Tasha. All right, Moto Samurai, are you here? Tasha's here. Sweet Tooth Girl. Okay, good. You're here. I think you were probably next. So I'm not hearing anything from Moto Samurai. Sweet Tooth Girl, let me double check, but I'm pretty sure you're next. Oh, no, Tasha is next. And then Sweet Tooth Girl. All right, Tasha, what you got for me, honey? What's your question? Hey, Latrice, good evening to you as well. All right, I think a general love reading would be really awesome. My previous partner and I just broke our no contact and are meeting sometime this week. I just feel very lost with how I'm really feeling. Okay, yeah, about it all. Got it. All right, Tasha, let's get this general love reading. I'm sure you are feeling sort of off balance with this. Yeah, and you are. The conflict card is coming up here. You are conflicted about this. Oh, all right. So look, you getting the devil card. The devil card is a card of bondage, addiction, unhealthy attachments. And I'm sure maybe I should try and find the Lover's card. The Lover's card, the symbolism of these cards is important. The Lover's card looks very much like the Devil card in the way that it's structured. I don't want to be too distracted from our reading looking for this card. But definitely like look up the Lover's tarot card so that so that you can really see the symbolism there. Here it is. You see how closely these two cards are related? This is the card of a healthy, prosperous, abundant, fruitful relationship that brings out the best in two people. This is the opposite of that, and that's where you are. You're stuck in the bondage of an unhealthy relationship right now. You should be feeling conflicted. You should be extremely apprehensive about breaking the no contact rule with this person and meeting up with them. I don't know that it's a good idea because the very next card you have is the heartbreak card. This is probably not the healthiest thing for you. I know that you're still attached to this person. That's very clear in this card, but it's not the healthy attachment. That's not even a real thing. Healthy attachment. It's not a healthy connection of love. It's an unhealthy attachment to a person. There's a bit of a codependency here. It's not going to result in anything good for either of you. Let me shuffle these cards back in, get you a little bit more. I mean, that's pretty clear. It's pretty darn clear about, what you should do right now. What you should do is maintain the no contact and stand firm in that. But let's see if there's any guidance we can get to soothe you, because this is really painful. Trying to break an unhealthy attachment is probably the hardest thing that we put ourselves through. Yeah. That's the card of burden, hard effort and burden. I just saw the Queen of Pentacles coming up in my right hand. That's self-love. And then I got the Lover's card in my right hand. So here's what you need to be doing right now. You need to be focusing on yourself. You might be feeling, oh yeah, all right. Yeah, that is definitely what you need. So you got, this card came up in my right hand during the shuffle. Okay, I always pay attention to those cards. And for some people, that's the best way for them to receive their cards, because for some people, there's a bit more nuance. There's a bit more undertone that they lean on, just in life in general. There's more nuance to these people, and they respond to the undertones of conversation. So sometimes when I'm getting cards that are strong in my right hand, I don't just mention them. It's like, I know that those are this person's cards. This is your reading. The Queen of Pentacles is the card of creating a healthy environment for you and for all of the future people in your life. That's your job right now. And that starts with breaking the unhealthy attachment. Okay. You want to focus on yourself, healing. This is a card of healing. That is going to lead you to your person. This period of rest and self-healing and inner growth and love is going to directly result in your soulmate, your perfect match, the person who not only brings out the very best in you, but who you bring out the best in as well. It's two people who are just absolutely happy and joyful and bring out so much good in the world when they're together, that you result in the 10 of cups, which is like the highest in harmony cards. I mean, this is ultimate joy, ultimate peace, ultimate harmony, ultimate abundance. This is the card that you want to be getting. And this is your course of action. You get rid of the unhealthy attachment to this other person just now. Nip it in the bud, because this is where you're headed. This is, I mean, I can't really see a better reading in terms of love and relationships than this. I mean, maybe the Four of Wands, if that was in here too, then we would have like, I mean, that would be the ultimate amazing relationship card. But this is where you're headed, so long as you stay on course. Be firm right now. Be focused on loving yourself and healing, and do not meet this person this week. Just maintain the no contact. Send them a text tonight or tomorrow morning, first thing, but tonight is better. Yeah, and then you're getting the Ace of Cups card. You really got to listen to these cards, because you've got people loving you on the other side, and they are telling you the truth right now. All right, Tasha, that's what you got. Yeah, you've said a couple of things in here. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Congratulations. 3 months. That is amazing. Yeah, stay on track. This is where you need to be right now. Stay on track. Maintain no contact. You're getting what you need. Do it. Do it. Yeah, sending you big love. Love you. Keep up the good work. All right, let's see. Okay, Sweet Tooth, you're next up. Hello, how are you? Great. I hope you're doing well too, Sweet Tooth girl. First time on my channel. Thank you for coming in tonight. I know that there have been quite a few people ahead of you tonight, and they had some pretty in-depth readings. So I'm glad you were still here and you've remained patient. Will you receive and sign the LVMH modeling contract and relocate in Paris in September? Wow. All right. Let me make sure that I'm reading that correctly. Okay, September is now. So this is a really good direct question. I mean, will you receive and sign your modeling contract and relocate to Paris in September? Let's find out. Boy, you must be sitting on pins and needles waiting for this. While I'm shuffling here, if you haven't already, I just got the Sun card here. So please remember to like and subscribe. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. There's a lot of content coming out on an almost daily basis. I try to give myself weekends off, but for the rest of the week, I'm usually on point with putting out some new content each day. You need a bigger shuffle. Hold on. Somebody's on the fence. It's still in the decision-making process. Okay. They're about to make the decision, but if there's something that you can do right now to affect their decision, like they're on the fence about it. So if there's some kind of information that you can share with them, or insight, or maybe a phone call. I mean, if you're working with an agent, like, it appears there's something that needs to be sent their way, some kind of message that they need to receive to really push them, whoever's making the decision here, push them over onto the side of you moving to Paris, okay, with this contract. They're on the fence about it right now. Here's something interesting. You're getting the Four of Cups in reverse. This usually means a missed opportunity because you're focusing on something else. So here's the thing. Are you in a position right now where you need to know if you're moving to Paris or not, because there's another opportunity potentially knocking on your door and you kind of need the answers like ASAP? Be careful right now. There's an element of Queen of Swords in reverse here, and she is someone who has a very sharp tongue. Like, she's shrewd. She knows what she's doing. She's really smart and clever and very shrewd with business matters. But at times, she can come off too harshly and to the point of offending people. So in your endeavor right now, make sure that if that's you or someone representing you, they're speaking with a level of finesse and grace, diplomacy. Okay. Don't allow anyone who could interfere with your opportunities, to be too sharp-tongued right now. That could hurt you. I mean, this is the Two of Wands. Certainly, there is still an opportunity right now for you to do some traveling. There is, though. So let's just say, based on the card and the situation, the information that you've given me so far about potentially moving to Paris. Let me get caught up here. Yes, you were thinking of the Sun card. I'm not lying. That's great. While you were reading, Katisha, I was thinking of the Sun card. That's amazing. Well, that's amazing. You did email them today. Okay, good. All right. So let me go back. So they are on the fence. It's really good that you emailed them today. If there's another opportunity that is presenting itself, don't ignore it. Okay, because the Paris decision has not been made yet. And there is a chance that someone is going to speak against you in some way. There's someone involved here who may have enough power to mess this up for you because of their sharp tongue. And what you need to be very, very clear about is the fact that right now there is the potential for you to go to Paris, but there's also this back here. You don't want to lose sight of whatever this is, because this could be the one that's really better for you in the long run. It's just not yet in the mature phase that you want it to be in. But it's still a massive opportunity. So understand that. And it's not a consolation prize. If Paris doesn't happen, it's not like the second best thing, right? It's just as good. What you want to watch out for right now is that you don't lose the opportunity by focusing too heavily on Paris, because at Paris now these cards are coming in. I'm not too sure about it. You got the 10 of Cups in reverse. something's a little off here. I don't know that Paris is the right thing for you. Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. I don't know that's an indicating factor that moving to Paris is the best thing for you. And then the King of Wands is in reverse. If moving to Paris happens, there's a chance you're going to be off your game. And right now, being off your game about this whole situation could be interfering with what you really need to have happen. So I think there's a bit of, and there might be some over romanticizing too about all of this. You've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. So there might be some idealizing that's occurring about Paris and this contract that you need to be aware of that. You might be thinking about that. Yeah. And then you've got the Four of Cups. I'm sorry, the Six of Cups coming in reverse here. There's stuff about this trip, about this contract, and about this move that you can't fully understand until you actually get there. So take it with more of a grain of salt and don't let it corrupt any opportunities that are really better for you right now. Does that make sense? I hope that helps. You're very welcome, Sweet Tooth Girl. Thank you for stopping in today. I really do hope that helps you out. And good luck no matter what happens. I hope you have a great time with whatever you do. All right, who is next? I'm going to drop a real quick. Actually, we still have a little bit of time. I'm going to say I'm going to read the next person's card. And then after that, I'm going to pop a little, let me just put it in now. I'm going to pop a little note in the chat section here that new questions will end in a few minutes. Okay, so I just popped a little note in there because I have still a few people in here that I want to make sure I get to, and I don't want anyone waiting and then I can't get to them. So everyone who's already in the queue, I'm definitely going to read your cards for you tonight. Anyone who is thinking about dropping a question in there, just make sure you get it in there by 8:15. Okay, by an hour and 15 minutes in. All right. And I'll make sure that I get to you as well. All right, let me scroll back up here. I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. So we got Anna, Philippa, Sweet Tooth Girl, Suns. Suns, are you in here? Is it Suns or is it Sunsi? Suans. It's Suans. That's good. That's good. All right, Suans, are you still in here? Do you have a question tonight? Is that also on your license plate? All right. Suans, if you're not in here, I'm going to go ahead and skip down to the next person in line who was Yepuganti Swaroop. Thank you for joining tonight. New to the channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, you can absolutely ask a question. So Yepuganti Swaroop. April's next. And then we'll go to April. Where's April? Did I miss? Oh, I missed April. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Okay, I was wrong. So April, how does Yarrow feel toward you? All right, let's find out. April, if you're in here, I'm popping your answer in here. Hi, April, I see you. Yes, you can revise your question. How does Yarrow feel about seeing you again and working in close quarters again? Can't tell if she dislikes me or is just shy. All right, April. Hi. All right, let's find out. Let me bring your question back over here. How does Yarrow feel about seeing me again, working in close quarters to me again? I can't tell if she dislikes me or is just shy. Okay. The first thing I want you to know, because with you, I'm getting the sense that I need to be paying attention to what's in my right hand when I'm shuffling as well. So the first thing that you should know is that her spirit sees you putting in the effort to create a comfortable space. That is needed right now. And she is aware, her higher self, her spirit is aware that you are doing what you can to create a safe environment, a safe space for her to find comfort in. And that's very much appreciated and it is needed. So good job there. Seems there definitely is a past conflict where nobody really won. There just was not a clear winner. It was like there's something happened and nobody felt good about the way things changed or ended, walked away from the situation. And there's an opportunity right now to let go of some of that energy. There is hope right now. There may be some apprehension because the past is not forgotten, right? But there is a willingness to let it go, which is really hopeful. So that's something important that you should know. Now, there's still fear and apprehension. Page of Cups is in reverse. So I don't know if there was like a falling out between the two of you or if something like external created a situation that has affected what's going on now. But there's definitely a sense of fear and apprehension and shyness. That's for sure. There may be a little bit of King of Swords energy needed here. Someone to sort of lead the way. There's some uncertainty. So yes, you've created this beautiful space, this comfortable, safe environment. You are aware that you're April. You're aware that Yarrow is feeling uncomfortable and you're doing what you can to soothe that, right? To bring some peace. That is needed. There's still a little bit of shyness. The past is not forgotten. So there's some apprehension and fear right now has sort of replaced curiosity, but there's a spark. There's an opportunity presenting itself because there's some clearing going on. There's some letting go going on. And you, at some point, it's going to require some thoughtful action and leadership, okay, to sort of get the ball rolling again. You got to take the lead on this, okay? And Yarrow will be open to it. And there's victory. So whatever the trials and tribulations have been, it will ultimately be in your past and you will be victorious here. This is a win. This is a good situation. You've handled things very well so far. The cards are telling me you will continue to do that and you're creating this beautiful space and it's going to turn out okay. Yeah. Got the Hangman next and it's in the upright position. And that means that there's a whole new perspective being put on whatever this relationship is. It's really, really good. I like it. I like it. I'm getting a good feeling about this. So great job. I'm glad you asked the question. I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. It sounds like it's going to work out really well for you, April. Thanks for coming in today. All right. Let me close out the questions. Something happened. Maybe you didn't do something to her, but there's some past experience that she hasn't gotten over quite yet. It might be with other people. It might have nothing to do with you. But there's some kind of feeling of a no-win situation that she's coming back from, and it just definitely is having an impact on her and the way she is conducting herself in this arena with you. All right, let me put a quick message in here. Okay. All right. I do need to actually step away from the computer for just a moment because I am running low on battery. Let me read these quickly here. I want to make sure I'm getting to everyone. All right. We have Karina Garcia Figueroa. Is that the next person? Oh, hi. Are you going to plug me in?
Yeah, you're on fire, by the way.
Thanks. All right, let's see. Okay, I need to scroll back up here. LP Princess. Thank you. Thank you, LP Princess. Did I miss you earlier? What's going on between me and my SAG? Let's see. SAG. We are in different countries. He's serving in the military. Will we be able to meet in September? Okay, are you still in here? LP Princess?
She's still there.
Okay, good. All right, LP Princess, you're up. I'm sorry that I skipped you. I did miss that. I apologize. I'm going to read your question right now. I'm going to read your cards. So you guys you've got some distance between you and you want to know if things are going to work out and if you're going to see each other. You want to know if you're going to see each other this month. Let's find out. Yes, thank you. Just in time. Oh, okay. These must be it. All right. Okay. So I've got 3 cards that fell out all at the same time for you. So I need to make sense of them. It's going to require getting people on board to help you out. The first card coming in here is the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands really means that you are going to have to lead this charge and you're going to have to get people on your side, and they will. This card is in the upright position. So get people in motion. If you haven't already started to do that, get people on board to help you out to make this happen. And don't be afraid to play on their emotions a little bit. I'm not suggesting you're manipulating anyone, but if you're holding back from sharing your feelings, it's not time to do that. if this is really important to you, you need to let people know that this is important to you, and you need to let them know that it's meaningful and ask them to help you. Just let them know that this is something that just is really important to you. It means something, and it is emotionally driven. The King of Pentacles in reverse suggests that maybe right now it's like right now, this September might not be the easiest time to make this happen. Maybe not everything is in place yet to make this happen. You might still need to lay the groundwork of getting more people involved. So it might not be September. Oh, but you are getting a lot of cards that show the ocean. And you're on a horse in one of them. So there might be some travel. This one's kind of sticky. It feels like there's too much up in the air about it. It's like right now, the energy is not for it happening, but it's not impossible. Like there's still a chance that you could make it happen. You could shift things around and something could happen. Use your best judgment though. Okay. Be really careful. Don't try to like go to some crazy lengths to make this happen. Stay within your good judgment. And ultimately, here's the good thing. Ultimately, you've got the Four of Wands, which does denote a union. It's two people together. So one way or another, you will be together soon, and it will be harmonious and joyful. And you are a good match. It's worth it to deal with all this stuff right now. It's really worth it. September may or may not be a win, but there will be a win soon, and just keep those wins coming. Just use your judgment, get people on board, work with a team, lead the charge. Don't be afraid to share your emotions, and continue creating a space where the two of you can see each other more often, as often as possible, one way or another. I don't know what that's going to look like. I know there are a lot of restrictions. If you got somebody in the military, then you're totally at the mercy of the military that they're in. But there can be ways to work it out. You just got to use your best judgment and get people on board. You got to lead this charge. All right. Does that make sense, LP Princess? You may have left. I hope that you come back. I will. I do have your answer in there, so I hope you do come back and just check. But thank you for coming in tonight. I appreciate you being here. Let me see. Let me see who's after LP Princess. Okay, soon. I don't think that. Okay, single. What will love of my life be like? All right, Soons, I'm going to answer your question. I don't know if you're in here. I'm going to do a quick read so that if you stop back in, your question will have been answered. And after you, Swaroop, I know you were in here to ask a question. And then Virgo, the Truth Oracle. I will find out if there are any messages for you. Yes. Sanjana, when will you get the job? Okay, I'm going to run through these. These are some pretty straightforward questions, and I know that we have a lot of people waiting. We've had some really long readings tonight for a few people who really needed to have long readings tonight. So I sincerely appreciate everyone's patience. And as long as you pop your question in the comments section before I call last call, I will answer your question, and you can always check back later. You don't have to be in here live. I know people are living their lives. You've got things to do. So always, if you have a question, pop it in the comments there, and I will answer it for you you can check back later for the answer. Karina's still here. Okay. We have 10 people still in the queue waiting. Let me get this one in here. Let me get you. What will your life be like? I'm going to pull that now. You may be a bit of a lover, this is the King of Cups. This is deep emotion. This is someone who connects romantically with people. I would imagine that it's going to be a good love life. Now you do have the Empress coming in reverse next. It's going to be a little bit before you find the one, the person. If there's someone you're thinking about right now specifically, this person might not be the one who's going to create the home life that you seek, the relationship that you seek. There may be someone from your past that comes back into your world, and that could be the one. This card is in the upright position. So if there's someone from your past who ends up coming back in, you might want to consider them. And if you're thinking about two people right now, two different people in which direction to go in, I would say lean toward the person who's from your past. I think that they're a better fit because the Empress was in the reverse position, and then you've got the Wheel of Fortune card in the upright position. So it would appear that if there's someone from your past, the one that got away, somebody that just keeps popping up, or if you run into them again, that's your person. That's who you should probably think about spending your energy and time on to see if something grows out of that. I hope that was helpful. I always enjoy the romance questions. And so does Spirit. I mean, all of our spirit guides and ancestors really seem to love the romance questions. We have some pretty clear answers to those. All right, let's see. I'm going to scroll all the way back up here. Okay. Chill 92, Anna, Tasha, Sweet Tooth, Anna Morgan, LP Princess, Anna, LP Princess, Students Morgan, Swaroop. Hi, Karina, you're in here. Okay, I see you. I think Virgo, the Truth Oracle was next, unless I missed your picture up further, but I don't see it up there. So let me get Virgo, the Truth Seeker. Any messages for you? Let's find out. They're sticking. Yes, there's a message for you. All right, let's see. Let go of any inner turmoil. If you're feeling inner conflict right now, you want to create space to let some of that go. It's going to end up causing you some confusion and potentially some missteps. It's going to create a situation where you miss an opportunity. If you're focusing on this inner turmoil right now, you're going to miss something big coming your way. So be really, really mindful of that. That is important for you to know right now. That's your message, because ultimately this is what's coming your way. You've got the Four of Wands. Please don't miss this opportunity. Your spirit guides and ancestors are like, let go of this right now because this is coming. Okay, that's your message tonight, Virgo, the truth seeker, the oracle. Yeah, that's for you tonight. I hope if you're not in here watching right now, I hope you come back to check to see for that answer, because that's a really important question that you asked and you got a really solid answer from spirit. All right, so now we've got Karina. All right. Oh, wait a minute. We do have Sanjana. Phil, you said Karina was next, right? Did you see Sanjana was in here? Yes. Okay. All right, Sanjana, we're going to find out when will you get the job. I'm going to answer that kind of quickly. And Karina, you're next up. When will you get the job? When? When will you get the job? When will you get the job? Let's see. You're busy. You're busy. Maybe it's your mind. Your mind is busy. Oh, all right. We're getting some right hand cards for you here. You're momentarily trapped by your own beliefs. You're imprisoning yourself. There's a bit of self-sabotage involved in whatever's causing you to not have the job already or very, very soon. So you got to get those thoughts in check. Getting those thoughts in check is a little too lengthy for me to try and answer tonight. Because you've been busy with them. You've been busy with these thoughts. And you asked a straightforward question. And right now you have to know that on the horizon, you still have to deal with this feelings and thoughts of self-imprisonment. You got to let go of your disappointments. Okay. I know you're feeling disappointed right now, but that cannot be the leading factor at this moment. You've got to be able to put that to the side. If you haven't already, fully engage with the feelings of disappointment, okay? Fully honor those feelings and then ask them to kindly step to the side so that you can get some clarity, okay? Because that's what's needed in order for you to move forward. It's not going to be without some conflict. You really feel like you lost. You feel like you lost. You feel disappointed. You're not sure what to do next. You're not feeling inspired. You feel like you've been thrown off course. You're not feeling strong. You definitely need to get your head in the game. There's no answer to your question yet because there's still some inner work to do. You'll get the job when you're ready to get the job. I think that's the only way I can answer that question. Thank you for stopping in today. I'm so glad that you're here. All right. Karina Garcia Figueroa. You are a newbie. I'm so glad you're here. Karina, where is your question? Let me scroll down. There you are. Love life. Okay. Nostalgic, and someone is waiting for you. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then you say, if it's meant, I will get a message. It's so nice you do this for us. Oh, it's my pleasure to do this. Still here. Okay, good. It was about general love. Okay, thank you. General love. Okay, great. Got it. Off to a good start. King of Cups, romance, love. King of Pentacles. This is someone who is not only creating space for love to be fruitful, love to find a way, but also this can be an indicating factor that the person who you find is going to give you the kind of support and stability that you're looking for. It doesn't necessarily, even though this is a pentacle card and this King of Pentacles is sitting in this garden, this lush garden full of fruit, right? So clearly he's a man of abundance, right? And he can also be a woman of abundance, but with masculine energy. It's just a masculine energy for the king. It's abundance of any kind. So this could make you feel abundant in love, in safety, in joy, in money, in whatever is most valuable to your well-being. This is who's coming your way. Someone who's going to provide this for you. And it's because you're creating that space. When you're assessing your own self, like for what you have to offer, you really got to know this. When I say you're creating the space, as I was flipping through, I saw the card of self-assessment. You need to know this. This is the card that really means you have created an abundant space. To get this card together with the King of Pentacles is so massively fortuitous. The prosperity and abundance and joy that can come out of these two is immeasurable. And this is you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing to create the opportunity to find this person that I think is your soulmate. I mean, I really do think that this person and you are meant to find each other, and you're doing what you know. You're being heart led. You've been listening to your intuition. You've been listening to your spirit guides, and you have been putting yourself in a position where you're going to find that person. And they're going to be thrilled to have found you. And here's your Wheel of Fortune card in the upright position. Yes, you are definitely looking good. I'm going to knock on wood. When I say something with that much, energy, I want to knock on wood for that. But I feel like it's really coming your way, Karina. You're doing it. You're doing it. And it's about to happen. So congratulations. That's a phenomenal love reading. Thank you for being so patient. Thank you for being so patient and waiting through all of those readings. Okay, you are ready. You're ready. You've done, if you went through something like that, and it's been 7 years, it sounds like you've really been putting in the work, the healing, the growth that's been needed. You're on a, if that's what happened, that means you're on a really tough path, but it's for a reason, and you're about to be blessed. All right, let me scroll up here. Who is after Karina? Phil, do you know who is after Karina? Oh, Latrice Howard. Hi, good evening, Latrice. Are you still in the room? Did you say she's not?
I said, I'll just ask you still.
Okay. All right, let me see. All right, so Latrice, thank you for stopping in today. I'm going to scroll through here and see if you dropped a question in anywhere. If I see that before the time was up, I'll make sure I answer it so that when you check back later, it's in there. We've got Karina. Blair Austin. May I have a general love reading? Thank you. Okay, Blair, yes. Take a little sip of water. All right, let's see. Okay, Blair Austin, I think you might be off your game a little bit right now. And I don't know why. There's no indication that this is for a good reason or a bad reason. It's just that you are a little bit off your game at the moment. And it seems as though you're holding on too tightly to things. This may be control based. You might be desperate for control in a relationship. Might be that you're afraid of being controlled by someone else in a relationship. Could be that you're holding on too tightly to your assets. There's a bit of too much control in this card that you need to be aware of. I think it's time for something new. I think it's time in terms of your love life to be open to starting something new. Be naive. This is a new beginning card. This is not just a new beginning card. This is the first card of the entire tarot deck. And this zero up here represents infinity, total potential. Be ready for rebirth right now. Be open to that. Yeah, you don't want to miss out on an opportunity because of this kind of energy that's got you off your game. All right. Be open right now to something new happening. Let go of all the past stuff. I know you're taking some time to look back at all of the stuff that got you to wherever you are now, and you might be a little battered and bruised, but it's time to keep moving forward. Okay? Don't stay there. Draw on your Emperor energy. This might be why this is a problem. Either there's too much of this, okay? And this is what you're actually aiming for. This is sort of like someone who's clinging to power, afraid to lose it. This is someone who just rests in power. This person is confident. They are secure in their knowledge of what's needed. This is the potential here. If this is you, you got to let go a little bit of your attachments and allow yourself the confidence to know that as long as you're paying attention, you have what it takes to make things work. If this is someone else, then they might be throwing you off your game. You need to be listening to your own internal Emperor energy and taking the lead here. All right. So that's your love reading for tonight. Not quite as romantic as some of the other ones tonight, but it sounds like there's some inner work that needs to be done. All right. Thank you for letting me read your cards and stopping in tonight. Let me see who's up next. Okay, Aesthetic Delta. Hi, new sub here. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Aquarius question: did JJ's Aries ride mean more, or was it just a ride around the block? All right, let's find out. Aesthetic Delta, I'm not sure if you're still in here, but I'm going to answer your question. Oh, and thank you. I appreciate your compliment down there further. You want to know, did JJ's ride mean more, or was it just a ride around the block? Let's find out. So the first card that came out is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And this is interesting because this is a family card. Is there some conflict with the family when it comes to JJ? I mean, let me see if you're still in here and we can actually have a conversation about this. You might not be in here. Okay, so oh, you are in here. Okay, so there's something up about like weird family dynamics. Okay, when this is in the upright position, it really means like generational wealth, strong family unit, a team of family members working together, firing on all cylinders. When it's in reverse, it means that there's some kind of conflict. And it has to do with family. There's some family interference here for some reason, and I don't know why that has anything to do with this ride, but there's some impact, and there's a misjudgment. And I don't know. Were you in the car with JJ, or are you concerned about JJ being in the car with someone else? Whatever it is, there was a misjudgment about it. Like there's some kind of misjudgment because ultimately there's the Lover's card, and that's not in reverse, and this is your reading. So that means that this is a really good card for you. So if there was misjudgment about JJ being in the car with someone else, and you're not understanding like what that was about, or you were in the car with JJ and you're like not feeling real sure if like that was more for them, or not. It was just platonic. She had lots of family conflict, but her friends videoed her going on a bike ride. She says that it's her being judged. Oh, yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. The Lover's card is in the upright position. Judgment is in reverse. And there's some bad family dynamics here. Send her love right now. Give her love right now. She needs it. She can't handle any more wrong judgment. And you guys are solid. The two of you are a solid pair. This could be a beautiful thing. I'm sorry that they did that. That's awful. You actually have a very important role to play in all of this. And it's a positive one. I'm getting the Star card. You're an integral part of this, and she must be an integral part of your path as well, or this card would not be in the upright position. The Star card really does mean that everything is happening for a reason, and you're really all doing, even though the family card is in reverse, like that's whack. Like there's something wrong here, and there have been misjudgments. You two are in this situation for a reason, and you're going to be blessed, I guess is what I can say. This is for your highest good for both of you. Yeah, it's okay. You might be looking at the past right now, and yeah, and let her help you. This is not a one-sided thing. Right now you might be helping her, but there's something that's going to be mutually beneficial. This is not a codependent relationship. This is a symbiotic relationship, and it may or may not last forever, but for right now, it is what's needed, and it's really a good thing. Oh, hi, Kieran. Welcome. All right, let's see who's up next. Thank you, Aesthetic Delta. I really appreciate you checking in and being patient and letting me read your cards tonight. All right. Let me scroll back up here. I don't want to miss anyone. We've got Aesthetic Delta, Tasha Morganstone Ladder, Sweet Tooth Girl, Islay999. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in here. Who is coming toward you? Okay, Islay999. Let's find out. Who is coming toward you? Who's coming toward you? Are you still in here? Are you still watching? Is this a romance question? Or is this another kind of who's coming toward you question? Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you're still in here. Okay, so this is a romance question? All right, who's coming your way? Who's coming toward you? Let's find out. Those aren't your cards. These are still left over from. Sometimes I shuffle these cards, and I don't know if it's because there's still more message from, like, for the last person, or if I just didn't quite clear them out enough by shuffling quite enough. But those were not your cards. They had nothing to do with your question. You're fine. Hi. I live in a house with many people, so they're gonna live here and walk through from time to time. It's not a personal office space. This is a shared space. I hope you're all okay with that. I mean, it's a group shared space anyway, right? Who cares if there are live people in the room with us? Probably adds to the beauty. Okay. Someone is trying to make their way toward you. You are in a position right now where you are playing with the idea of letting go of your false negative belief systems. You've been keeping yourself trapped in a self-sabotaging cycle, a little bit of self-imprisonment here. You're in the process of lifting the blindfold so that you can free yourself of that imprisonment. That's why it's in reverse. Blindfold is about to be uncovered. Just let it be uncovered. Don't be scared. Whatever the truth is, when you get this card, the truth is never as bad as your deepest, darkest fears of it being. Does that make sense? Your anxieties always are creating something to be much worse, much bigger than the truth of the matter. And it's when you release that blindfold that you're like, oh, I can actually take a step forward. All right. This is the card of allowing, like, this is in reverse, right? Again, with the swords, you're letting the swords go. You're ready to be vulnerable. It's going to be important for you to open yourself up a little bit here. The swords are based on past truths, and our ideas about those past truths and our ideas about what those truths mean for our future. And that doesn't mean they're right, though. Like, they could have been true at some point and never be true again. You've got to let it go because you're on the way there anyway. That's what this card shows. You're being led into the direction you're supposed to be led into. The road is going to be as smooth as you allow it to be. The only thing that's going to get in your way are these false belief systems, these fears, and just not allowing yourself to be vulnerable to it, because ultimately what you need to know is the Four of Wands, which is harmony. This is a union. This is a harmonious union. This is a celebration. This is also a stable foundation. You've got the four in here, and the four means, think of a table. It's solid, it's stable, it's not going anywhere. You got to open up to get this. Okay, that's where your path is leading. That's who's coming your way. Let them in. All right. Thank you, Islay999. I'm so glad that you came in here. I hope to see you again. All right, let's see. Let's see who's after Islay. Where were you? You were up there. Okay, so right after Islay, I put my note in there. So I don't know that I'm going to be able to get to everyone on this list after that point. I'm going to take care of I'm going to answer all the questions between my message for the warning of last call and the actual last call message, where it says, thank you for joining, questions closed for tonight. If anyone popped a question in after that hadn't already notified me that you're in here, I'll have to get to you next time because I'm going to have to close it out. But let's see who's in between here. So we've got Karina's good. Stephanie F. Will Rich apologize for the way he treated me after all this time has passed by? Let's find out. Stephanie F., if you're still in here, let me know. If you're not still in here, I hope you check back later to get the answer to your question. Did you guys hear the dog? That's Capone. And he's a heavy breather. And he's fine. He's not bothering anybody. If there's like TV or something going, or a lot of conversation in the room, that can interfere a little bit with these readings. But a little dog noise. My family walking in and out, they're fine. They do not interfere with spirit. They add to spirit. All right. Oh, actually, maybe. Stephanie F., your question, will Rich apologize for the way he treated me after all this time has passed by? Maybe. You've got the Knight of Pentacles coming in here, and that is the slow and steady wins the race knight, and he's in the upright position. So just because he hasn't yet doesn't mean he won't. He's still on his way to do it. Nothing from that up to this point has stopped him from intending to apologize. He intends to apologize, and he's actually putting an effort little by little to get himself to the place where he can deliver the apology. He still may be working through some of the stuff from the past. It has been a long time. He might still be working through some of the feelings about what happened in order to give you the apology he intends to give you. This apology is not going to result in a reunion. Okay, don't expect a reunion. It would be to have some closure, I think. It is to have some closure. Wheel of Fortune is the next card. So know that closure is coming. You're waiting very patiently for it. And this person is really taking their time, but I think it's kind of for the best, because if they rush the apology, you're going to feel like it's not sincere. There's going to be something off about it. So maybe allow the time to move on and be open to the apology when it comes, and be open to closure. It's time. It's definitely time for closure. Closure is coming, and you're entering a new cycle. It's good. It's good. I'm glad you stuck around for that. That was really clear. That was a clear message from Spirit, and you needed to know that. So thank you for coming in today and asking that question, and then sticking around, waiting so patiently. You're pretty darn good at waiting patiently. Keep up the good work. All right, let me see who is next up. All right. Rajana B, hello. How are you? Let's see. Am I in the list to get a reading? Yes, you are. Absolutely. In fact, you are the last person in that space there for last call. Is your question anywhere down here? Are you still in here? I don't see your actual question. If you have a question and you're still here, type it in the chat box. I'm still scrolling through to see. I see 7 people still in here. Let's see. Are you in here? Somebody's in here. Somebody's in here. Sending lots of love. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're keeping the energy going. All right. So Rajana B, I'm not seeing a question for you in here. So I'm going to read, even though you were the last person in that block, I'm going to move down to the next person. Hi, Envita M. Thank you for the compliment on the thumbnail. I'm playing around with Adobe. I got my hands on, I'm completely technologically useless, but I got my hands on a free trial of Adobe Express. So I've been playing with that, and it's actually a lot of fun. It reminds me of Paint Shop from 1980s or something. It's fun. Oh, Moto Samurai, you had a question. You were one of the first people with a question. Did you want a reading? Because I think when I called your name, you were no longer in the room, and now you're here. Do you have a question? I've got Moto Samurai, and I think you are going to be the last one for tonight. But anybody who I didn't get to, who didn't I get to? Looks like Shafali. BB, Chris Walker, Kieran, Tiny Blonde Kelly, all right. So you guys, anybody who came in after, like, I think it's been probably about a half an hour or so. If you scroll up in the comments section, if your name came in after the Enfys Tarot, where I say, thank you for joining, questions closed for tonight. Anyone who came in after that, I will have to get to you next time because I got to close up here tonight. But I'll try to do one sooner rather than later. I'd like to do one a week, and Friday evenings seem to be the best time for most people. That's when most people, can come on. So let me say this. If you can try to hop on as soon as we start, because I always have to do these first come, first serve. Subscribe to the channel so you get the notification for when the next live reading is, and then try to pop in. Just get your question in there. If you can get your question in there, then I will answer that question for you. And even if you can't hang out because you got life to live, you can always come back later and watch the live stream after it's over and get listen to the question, listen to the answer to your question. So I'm going to, because Moto Samurai was in here before closeout, I'm going to answer their question. And then I'm going to say goodnight to everyone. And I hope to see you again really soon. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. How do you schedule a full reading? Oh, yes, that's send me a message. You can find me on Facebook. You can check my bio. It's got my email in there. You can send me an email. Always happy to schedule a full reading. We can definitely get some more in depth here. Okay. All right. Well then, Moto Samurai, if you're heading out and you don't have a question for tonight because you're going to schedule a full reading, then I'm going to answer the next person's question on the list, because the two people who were before last call aren't asking questions. So let me see who's the next person. I'm going to read one more. I'm going to answer one more question tonight. Shafali, when will I get married? That's the question I'm answering. Shafali's question, when will I get married? Thank you, Beth. This is an awesome shirt. This is one of my very favorite shirts. Thank you very much. A very awesome person gave this shirt to me. She's kind of amazing and one of the best people in the world. It was a gift. All right, Shafali, when are you getting married? When are you getting married? I don't know if you're still in here. Are you still in here? Am I answering this question for later? Oh, thank you, Aesthetic Delta. Oh boy. Oh, okay, Shafali, you just had two cards fall out of my hand. Yes. This is the marriage card. So it is definitely coming. This is the Hierophant card, which I find interesting because you asked when. And this is the card that's basically saying in due time. It's in the upright position. So you're leaning into tradition. You're leaning into institution. You're leaning into whatever you're already pretty familiar with. So whatever you think, based on your assumptions, how can I say this better? if you've had an interpretation your entire life of when someone is going to get married, because it's what you've been taught, like the tradition, what's been passed down, that's what you can expect. Okay. It's not in the reverse position. So you're not going to be, you're not going to be surprised by the answer. All right. I hope you do. I hope that if you're not in here right now, you do come back, because that was a really clear answer to your question. Guys, I love you all, but I do have to call it a night. I will send out notifications. I'm going to be scheduling the next live reading a little further in advance. So just make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and then you'll get the notification for when the next live reading is coming out. If you have any desire to do a one-on-one full reading, just check my bio. It's got my email address in there. You can message me on Facebook, follow me on Facebook. It's Enfys Tarot. It's the same everywhere. Enfys Tarot on YouTube, Enfys Tarot on Facebook, Enfys Tarot 80 at Gmail. I try to keep it simple. Just reach out that way. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you all so much for joining tonight. After we close out, I just want to take a moment to like read everyone's comments here. Because I miss a lot of your comments. I'm looking so carefully to see that I'm answering everyone's questions. Sometimes I miss some of the comments, but I really do appreciate everyone being here tonight. Phoebe, thank you. Happy to see you for the first time. Thank you so much for joining tonight, Chris Walker. Even my cat, even you guys hear the rustling, the craziness. It's my cat who's like, it's time for bed. Let's go. Get out of there. I really want to answer these questions. Please, guys, come back next time. Pop these questions into the chat box right away, because I want to get to all these. I do have to call it a night tonight, but I love you all. Thank you for stopping by. I will see you next time. Have a wonderful weekend.